God is like the one that we long for. God is like the one that we long for. What do we long for most? Divine acceptance, divine love, divine relationship. God is like love because that's what God is. God is love. And Jesus shows us that image and that message of God in a profound, incredible, wonderful, beautiful, magnificent way. And get ready for Jesus' mic drop coming in Luke chapter 4 as we come into Christmas here this week. In his first sermon in Luke chapter 4, to begin his to begin his ministry, Jesus comes to address our misery and to take us by the hand and go from misery to bliss with the good news that he shows us. He begins his ministry in Nazareth, and wait for it. Wait for the mic drop, because he's preaching from Isaiah 61, and he says, "The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, proclaim release and freedom for the captives, and release from darkness the prisoners." And here it is, "and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." Bam, mic drop, there it is. Can you see him? Can you picture him? And notice what Jesus doesn't quote from Isaiah 61. The following sentence, the following verse, Jesus leaves it out and drops the mic. The following verse was this: "And the day of the vengeance of our God." He doesn't say it. He doesn't speak it. He doesn't preach it. He doesn't proclaim it. He doesn't go there. He gives an amen after to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. Period. Exclamation point. Not the day of the vengeance of our God. That's not what Jesus came to show. It's not about vengeance. It's not about anger. It's not about wrath. It's not about judgment. It's not about fear of an angry God. Though that's deep in our minds and deep in our bones, isn't it? When Jesus finished reading Isaiah's scroll, the people marveled. They were shocked at the gracious words that came out of his mouth. Gracious words, not wrathful ones. If you want to know what God is like, look at Jesus. That's what Christmas is about. That's what the incarnation is about. And Jesus reveals a God who comforts more than he condemns, who embraces more than he accuses, and who runs towards you always, never away. Advent is a season where we remember that God's posture toward the world is love, not fury, healing, not harm, favor, not fear, to proclaim the year, the day, the moment, the seconds continually of the Lord's favor. That's the whole message. That's the whole heartbeat. God's first move towards you is kindness. His first word is grace. And his first desire is relationship. And the light he brings into the world is not the light of judgment, but the warm, gentle light of a God who wants his children home and walks with us every step of the way as we're all walking each other, helping each other towards home. And as we move towards Christmas this week, may you feel the ever-present love of Emmanuel, a God with us, the God who seeks you, the God who put on skin to find you, the God who died and rose so you'd never doubt his love ever again. He delights in you and calls you his own. May you know the joy of Christmas each and every day, for a merry every day. Emmanuel, God with us, the Lord's favor, the one we long for. May you feel it coming into Christmas this year. God's love, God's joy, God's peace, God's favor, God's grace, God's mercy, God's acceptance. Emmanuel, to you. Till next time. Merry Christmas.